So we take a look at the Barcelona starting 11. Marc-Andre ter Stegen becomes the German goalkeeper with the most number of La Liga appearances today, between the posts, 92 for him now. Lenglet and Piqué are still the back two. It's Messi and Malcolm that come in. Joaquim waiting at the halfway line with the officials. He is one of two changes from their last La Liga outing, the 3-3 draw against Celta de Vigo, as they continue with their 3-5-2 formation. Big stage in El Clasico. Luis Enrique watching on. He's been very positive about Jordi Alba and how he would love to have an additional player of the...
That three at the back.
Something for Malcolm to latch onto here down at the byline. It's a lovely ball in as well, and Messi with a really good opportunity to break the deadlock. Goal for the new club. That's a poor pass out. Now Alba getting down towards the byline, this time pulled back to Busquets.
That he made a huge mistake against.
Malcolm in behind, going for goal himself this time. Ignore the passing it out from the back option. Lo Celso's got plenty of space. Joaquim's in the middle as well, if he can pick him out. Joaquim on the volley.
Betis, and again, that's where your chances come against Barcelona, if you can win the ball back off them, but he's just put off by the goalkeeper. Now
that from Joaquim. Barcelona will continue though. Happy to have the advantage, and Messi trying to put it to good use. Lovely work by Messi, weaving between defenders. Well worked inside. That's a lovely through ball as well to Junior Firpo from Carvalho. He needs some support. He might have to go on his own here. And it's in. Betis on the break. And they break the deadlock after just 20 minutes in the Camp Nou. Junior Firpo, quick as a flash, could only go solo. And my goodness, he made the right decision, beating ter Stegen at the near post. Betis lead on the road.
And it's all come from Barcelona's corner. What a fantastic break, but it's that man I just spoke about, Carvalho. What a pass in between two players, and then Firpo, he's allowed to get inside to the box, which is then difficult for Roberto to make a challenge. He's a bit unlucky actually, as so often we see. If you just shift it and hit it quickly, goes through defenders' legs, makes it difficult for the goalkeeper, who doesn't surround himself in glory.
He's got Firpo at the far stick. Back to the Spaniard, who takes a really good first touch, just didn't sit up kindly as Piqué intervenes, and then the shot from Moron is straight on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's in towards the French defender. That's a magnificent save. What a stop from Paul Lopez. Lenglet back there.
Always think this is so difficult for the goalkeeper when he's not sure whether the player's going to get there and it's going to go out of play, and then suddenly has to change his footwork. Brilliant hand over the bar.
The home fans expect the camera phones are out. It's Messi. It's a very comfortable collection indeed. Took a ricochet as
experience. Gerard Piqué.
Lovely knock inside. Moron's waiting. Might go alone here though. Good save by ter Stegen. Able to deny Teo, who has certainly some available. Now to the goal scorer. Lovely ball in. It just needed a more convincing touch from Moron as he darted on to that delivery across the 6-yard box, and it flashes wide left of ter Stegen.
Yeah, I think he was actually pulled offside in the end. It's a wonderful pass from Firpo, and he's gets taken a little whack, and then this chance for Teo. This time he wasn't going to be beaten at his near post. ter Stegen, he was ready, got a good sight of it, and got down really well.
Once again, there's a little bit of space with the runners through the middle. Look at Moron and Joaquim. Ball out to the left instead. It's behind everybody. Teo arriving though. Joaquim, 2-0. The talisman is on the score sheet. His second goal of the season. Joaquim doubles the advantage. 34 minutes in. Betis lead 2-0 at the Camp Nou.
Well, they just look like they're going to score every time they go forward, every time they counter-attack Real Betis. And again, the amount of numbers they get forward is incredible. Look at the Betis players flooding forwards. 6 of them against 4 Barcelona players. And the pullback, I have to say, is so unselfish from Teo. He could have had a shot from that sort of angle. He doesn't. He plays a great ball back, and this time he wasn't going to miss Joaquin. He tried to miss almost as it came off his heel, but he won't care. He finds the bottom corner. They've just been absolutely superb in the start of this game, Real Betis. Deserve their 2-0 lead.
So has a man over Moron. It could be 3 before the interval hit. He drags it wide of the target. Sergio Roberto, lovely chest down. Suarez on the turn. The right idea, but first half this would be. Moron with the header. And that is the half-time. As Betis get us back underway for the second period with this 2-goal advantage. Junior Firpo and Joaquin, the goal scorers. On the side in green and white looking to hold on to this lead. As Vidal looks to get straight in on the action. Well saved and recovered at the second attempt. Busquets. Messi. Carvalho just trying to watch him on the edge of the box. Messi goes alone. Real whip on that strike from the Argentine. And it's wide of the right-hand post to Pau Lopez.
How many times have we seen this from Lionel Messi? He gets into this position and he shifts and hits it so quickly. And the amount of times that they use as a defender to shield the shot from the goalkeeper, and he whips it round their body, just was expected.
Comes forward, he's got runners to the left and right, perhaps could have just fed it into Teo, who's still on the ball here. Teo slides it across goal, trying to be unselfish. And
there's another one there. 2 or 3 bodies in the way, which is what you have to do.
Free header at the near post for Sergio Busquets. Play continues once again. Betis seem to just stop for a second, and you can't afford to do that when Barcelona are like this. Sergio Roberto, Lopez comes out to close him down. The goal's empty, but Vidal wasn't able. Into the box to Sergio Roberto, and that is a right-back's finish to say the least. In certain areas, come back to that in a moment as Messi lays it into Suarez. And it's wide. Just for a moment you thought the net was rippling because Suarez had found the back of it.
I think you have to try and take it minute by minute, because this is what can happen. Suddenly you can feel like you're in a good position.
Now Teo wants to shift it onto that left boot. Now goes onto the right instead. Oh, it's just wide of the far post. Took a ricochet as well. So close to making it 3.
It's another great chance. I thought he should have taken this far more earlier than he did, because that's lovely play. I think there he could probably hit it. And then once he gets into this position again, he just shifts it. Oh, I mean, it's fractions. Could Moron have got dived in there, slid in? I think he could have done. Maybe just gambled. He might have been offside, to be fair.
Messi back to Alba once again. Now he's brought down from behind. Teo made contact. And Jordi Alba.
Oh, it's going to be a tight call, isn't it? He was tapping his ear, Lahoz, as if he'd been told that it was a penalty and it was in the area. He makes a fantastic.
Can he find another one against the Argentinian? Into the top corner, top draw penalty. Barcelona right back in this game. They trail by 1. And of course Lionel Messi on his return finds his 8th goal of the La Liga campaign.
Well, you can't really say that they've deserved it, Barcelona, but Lionel Messi with a wonderful pass, and we look, it's so close. He's definitely, he's inside the box. Still got hold of his arm as he runs into the penalty area. Messi, whose penalty record definitely been questionable. I'm afraid nobody saves them. That's a wonderful penalty right into the top corner.
To win possession and beat 2 defenders with the turn from Messi. Here's the substitute. Would have been some in target as Guardado now gives it to the substitute, Teo once again. Looking to take on Alba. Lo Celso. Oh, it's a disaster for ter Stegen, who didn't really get behind it, and Betis restore their 2-goal lead. A brief moment for Barca to switch off, and Lo Celso found the space, he found the target, and ter Stegen found nothing but a weak pair of hands behind it and couldn't prevent it from sneaking in at the far corner.
It's a shocker. It's an absolute shocker from ter Stegen. It's the simplest of parries. Yes, it's a decent strike from Lo Celso, but that should just be caught simply in his hands or parry it down to himself. What was he thinking? What a gift for Real Betis. Oh, he just must take his eyes off it. That must be the only excuse. Disaster. Take yourself away, leave him 1v1, and hopefully you can get the pass.
That's the pass that Barcelona. Munir lays it off. Vidal stretching to stab it home. The Betis keeper looks for an offside flag that hasn't come, and the Chilean halves the deficit, and once again Barca are back in this. And again Betis look at a nervy finish to this one with 11 minutes to go. Barca 2, Betis 3.
Well, what a big moment in the match there, a big minute in the match. He's just onside. Quite sure, is it Sydney that just keeps him on? I think Munir with a fantastically timed run, and of course that man Messi was able to find him, and then Vidal just has to slide in. But we just saw that breakaway for Betis, and Leon making a crazy run. The Barca right back in it.
Well, the VAR does well to step away from the initial challenge. Lo Celso, he's got Vidal nipping at his heels. He gets away from him, but is caught by Rakitic, who's got to be careful here because it's a second yellow. It's red for Rakitic, and Barca are down to 10.
Well, that's twice now. When they've scored, they've made a big mistake, a rash decision. To Stegen first of all, and now Rakitic. He knows he's on a yellow card. He knows he can't go in like that. Well, I don't know how many chances they're going to waste, Betis.
Might have another one here, you know. A cross, and that is the 2-goal advantage restored again. Canales sliding in. Betis lead 4-2 on the road, and surely Barca can't come back from this.
Well, they didn't have to wait long, did they, for that next chance? And they weren't going to miss. It was on a plate for Canales. Firpo missed his chance just a few seconds ago, but not this time. It's a great ball across. Jordi Alba that's keeping Canales on. Again, the numbers forward, 2, 3 of them. Betis. He wasn't going to miss that. Slid in, past to Stegen. It was on a plate. It was a gift again. Barcelona all over the place.
The left back. No room really to operate in. Suarez has found some on the far side, hanging up at the back post, and it almost seemed like Piqué took it off Vidal's head. A really good chance goes begging with 2 minutes to go.
Well, the question is, whose fault was it? Because the ball was there, floated to the back post. Oh, Piqué just takes it off Vidal's head. He's just going to nod this in. Piqué comes flying across.
When they do that, but full credit to Quique Setien. Still might concede here though. Suarez, Vidal, flag stays down. Messi! It's now gone up on the far side. The referee's assistant. VAR's having a look upstairs as well.
My initial thoughts were that, well, Vidal isn't offside. It's just now whether Lionel Messi's offside, and he's not. The goal should stand.
If the goal should stand, these final few minutes aren't going to be enjoyable for Betis. Even down to 10 men, they can find a way through.
I mean, it was a great move, it really was. And we're talking about fractions for this decision.
In this once again, you would think that we've at least got 2 more minutes to play here. Surely not, Dean, surely not. Piqué. And that is the full-time whistle. A first loss in 43 in La Liga on home soil for Barcelona. Betis hold on thanks to goals from Junior Firpo.